Brad Denny, AZ Family Sports. Jaden, what's your mindset as you're heading out there for that final touchdown drive?
That we had a chance to win the game. Really, everything was just staying calm out there, calling them, just give me some time. We're gonna go win this game. They trusted in me, I trusted in them. We just went out there and executed.
This is a question for Darian Hodrobino, Devil's Digest. Just talk about the defensive effort today. It seemed like it was just bend but not break all afternoon for you guys.
I feel like it started in practice earlier this week. We all tried our best in practice to stay sound and just transferred it over to the field, the game field, and we executed.
Doug Haller, The Athletic. Jaden, you guys had not been able to push the ball into the end zone the entire day. What was it that came together on that last drive that made you guys be able to go down the field? And a lot of that was you being forced out of the pocket and running for yards.
Their defense did a phenomenal job. The energy, they had a lot of energy the second half, the momentum swing. So, they were playing off energy, and then we started creating our own energy. Defense got in big stops. We just go out there, just told them that we got to help the defense out. They getting us the ball back, so we got to go down there, put up points, and then just go out there in the huddle, just trusting each other to go down there and win this football game.
This question is for Cole Hodrobino, Devil's Digest. Let's talk about the whole shifting in the offensive line. You're moving back to your natural center. You got a true freshman starting at left tackle. It just seems like it was just really trial by fire for all of you guys. But how did you feel about the performance of the offensive line?
Good. I think we were doing a better job with getting things picked up for the most part, trying to do it, and just sticking to our game plan all week. We talked about what we wanted to do, and I think we went out all day today and did it as close to as what we tried to do all week.
Greg Moore, Arizona Republic. Did any of you guys see the replay of Eno stretching the ball out? And if so, what did you think when you saw that moment?
I knew that, like he told me, he said, just give me the ball, I'm going to go win this game. So just trusting him, I knew once he got hit, I knew that he got the ball across the plane. It was right on, the way they put the spot, it was right on the plane. So, as long as it crossed it, I knew that Eno was going to score regardless.
Chris Cartman, Sun Devil Source. Jade, just to follow up on some of these questions, the scramble on the third and long play that went for a touchdown, for a first down, and then some of the other scrambles, how much of that, I know the first one was improvisation, were the other ones by design, and what was sort of the thinking behind those?
It was really just not really trying to force anything in a passing game. If it wasn't there, really just if I was able to make something happen, just make something happen, use my legs. Like I said, just be able to keep drives alive, keeping that whole drive alive. Just going out there, just making plays and knowing what I could do as myself. And then the whole offense was fine with it. They said if there's nothing there, just keep it alive. Keep it as a scramble drill. If you could get yards, get yards. And then it just ended up working and helping us out in the end.
And this one's for the defensive guys. What'd you think of Ashari? Was it Ashari that had the strip in the first quarter? Yeah. What did you think when that happened?
During practices, we have made an emphasis to get the ball out. So, it was expected. That's what our coaches coached us to do. So, we just try to go out there and execute.
I feel like watching a lot of film, they put the ball on the ground a lot, so we know we had a good chance. And they're not really very protective with the ball. You see the guys holding the ball with one hand, so we knew we had good chances to get the ball out, whether they're holding tight or not. We stretch it in practice to get the ball out before it's fumbles. We've been doing it pretty good too this season so far.
For the offensive guys, what was the game plan today? What would you guys want to accomplish coming in, knowing how well they played defensively? What was the thought?
Just go out and just pass the ball a little bit. We knew they were a stout defense up front with that front seven. All returning guys, big up front. But we knew we were going to have to throw the ball, and starting to throw the ball, we knew we were going to lighten up the front, start pulling guys out of the box. And when that happened, we could start running the ball a little bit more, getting more push. And things were changing throughout the game. We weren't expecting to get as much push up front. But those guys went out and played their butts off. You got to congratulate them. This thing came down to the wire. It's just a matter of how the coin fell on that one.
Chris Cartman, Sun Devil Source. Cole, when did you guys really make this decision to move things around with the O-line? And can you just speak to the play of Ladarius Henderson and then also Donovan playing guard and just how that all functioned?
That was what? Monday, I think? I think it was Monday. Just our off day, we were in there, and coach just texted me, hey, can you come up, and just talked about it. But I think they did a good job. you're going to have your growing pains with. I mean, LD hasn't played a snap since, or played in a game since high school. So, and line up against one of the best guys in the country off the edge. I mean, so he knew what the task was ahead of him, and I think he did a good job doing what he had to do. I mean, we're trying to get ways where we can help him out, where we can let him overset him, let Alex come and help on the underneath. But I think that both guys did a great job tonight. I mean, they played physical. That's all you can ask from them.
Jacob Rosenfarb, State Press. Jaden, did you have a message for the team heading into that final drive?
That we were gonna win a football game. That's the main thing. You just gotta believe. I told them, I said, just give me time. We're gonna go down here and just win this football game.
Cole, on that final drive for a few plays, you had 4 true freshmen out there with you. What does it say about you guys in this environment? None of those 4 have never played in an environment like this, where you need to go down and score, that you guys are able to do that with 4 guys who have never been in that position before?
I think it just goes to show you how well this recruiting class has come together, and the guys, the coaching staff's bringing in. They're high character guys, they're high talent guys that they can come in and they want to be in that spotlight. They want to have that, that pressure on them to succeed, because that's what they've strived on all throughout high school. And now it's their time to be the big stage and go make that big play. And all of them are just looking to go do that.
For the defensive guys, when you watched them on offense this week, what was your read on them offensively, and what was kind of the game plan to attack them? What did you guys see from them offensively going into the game?
Well, I feel like we knew that they were going to try to establish a run game, so we tried to stop that early as we can, but we made some adjustments at halftime. Coaches knew that they wanted to pass the ball a little bit more.
How much was it about hanging in there? You know, they got some drives on you, hung in there.
It just it doesn't matter. When they drive down the field and they make big plays, we never quit. It's like just because they get down there doesn't mean they score. We always make them settle for a field goal, and they went 1 for 4, I believe.
Jaden, can you walk us through that deep ball? I believe it was to Brandon on that final drive. Was that your first read? And what? Yeah, just walk us through it if you could.
I mean, they did a good job disguising coverages this time, but we knew that our skilled guys could go up and get the ball. They could play with the best. So initially, just reading the safety, just looking at the best matchup, because we knew that we had the deep ball on them at one point, and then B.A. did a good job running a great route. I mean, the ball was kind of underthrown. He could have scored on that, but I mean, he just made an unbelievable catch and just kick-started the drive and got the momentum, the energy as an offense and on our side.
Sure. Darian, what were you guys saying to each other when the offense was going through it, right? It was struggling early in the second half.
Oh, we know that they're going to take care of that side of the ball. It's never, it's like we never doubt our offense. We always believe in them. We know they're going to pull through somehow or some way. With the guys on that team, with a guy like Cole and a veteran lineman, Jaden, who's young, but we know what he can. We know the expectation he live up to, so we all know.
What can you say about your rookies, the rookies on your side of the ball?
You can just tell the way they play sometimes that you can tell that they're young, but when we're all on the same page and we all communicate, they're all on the defense. They play sound and they play really fast. So I feel like they did a good job stepping up today.